Good night, each and everyone. Another blessed day that we have seen the light of day. We are on top of our grave. Many are unfortunate because of sickness or some form of tragedy. They're not here with us tonight. But we got to give God thanks that we are here in good health, and I hope with spirit too. For those that have health issue, health failing, take it to the Lord and leave it there. The best doctor you can have is God Himself. The wording said there is no hurt of no sorrow that heaven cannot cure. And because we have the assurance that take it to Him in prayers, He will hear and He will heal. You just need to have faith. As you believe in other things, believe also that hurt have no sorrow, that, that heaven cannot cure. Okay, that's my icebreaker. And my usual question, did you hug yourself? Did you say to self, I love you? Whether you do it this morning, afternoon, or night. Did you say to yourself, I love you? The best love can be given outside of God's love is when you love yourself, when you embraced yourself, when you give self the assurance that I love you. When you do that, you feel so good. You don't care with nobody else if they love or they don't. Love yourself, and when you love yourself, you will know exactly how to love others. So, at each time, give yourself a hug. Yes. Look yourself in the mirror and said, self, I just love you. I appreciate you. Don't matter what you look like. Don't matter what is the problem. You did not make yourself. You did not give yourself life. So love yourself. Love it. Love yourself. Love yourself. And I can't express that more. When people love themselves, they can love and learn to love others. You will appreciate yourself, and you will know to appreciate love when you see it. Okay. I am doing a repeat of my topic that something went wrong last night. So I'm just doing a repeat of it. Dream and aspiration. Mhm. Dream and aspiration. And as I said before, dream a series of thought, image, and sensation occurring in the person's mind when they sleep. A dream is how you constructed and made sense of all of the information that you see. Aspiration, aspiring, the ambition that you have, the ambition to pull further in life. Do not stay down there, elevate up there. So, there are many persons that have the ambition, yeah, but circumstances, they can't move. Circumstances, they won't move. Circumstances, they give up. And giving up is not winning. You won't be a winner until you get to the finishing line. In a race, on the track, and don't matter how many persons are in front of you, still run the race. Still run the race of success. Run it with everything in you. Because if you stop in the middle of the track, you don't know if you would be a second, a first, a second, a third, and currently a fourth. And even if you come last, you run that race. And that is what I'm talking about with aspiration here. You apparently dream and you make sense of what you saw. Maybe it may not come now, maybe it's later. As I said last night, many persons achieve later in life, some earlier, some in the middle, some it was given to them, some won the lotto or something, some have to work tirelessly. But whichever of it, whatever you accomplish in life, whatever you accomplish in life, run that race. Do not sit and at the end of the day you say you coulda, you shoulda. Don't let those words come. Because many times you meet on people, especially if you have to deal with, you're a human person. So you have a lot of people dealing with. And you hear their stories. And at the end of the day, when the day, work while it is day. When the night comes, you cannot work. So, you would have heard them sit and say, but you know me coulda did and me shoulda did. Late. It's not even moonlight. It's dark night. So while it is light, put your best foot forward. Use up your ambition. And if you have the ambition to aspire in life, you are going to work towards it. You are going to work towards what you desire. I want to be a nurse. I would like to be a teacher. I would like to be a financial advisor. I would like to be a pilot. and so much things you would like to be. How do you prepare for it? You just sit down and would like to be? I don't think so. I don't think that's the way. I think you should be in preparation for it. So therefore, most of these things, you have to have a piece of paper. Yeah. That means you're going to study. So if you didn't have the requisite subjects, you're going to get it. If you didn't have the training, you're going to go for it. And regardless of what, put your shoulder to the wheel. If you fail, try again. Don't fail and don't use failure to say, well, then, boy, no. I failed today. I'm trying tomorrow. And in your trying, do not use people who will look at you and say, well, what the use? No. In the book of, I think, is Matthew. If it's not Matthew, it's Mark. Jesus gave 3 men some money. So he give one $3,000, one $2,000, and one $1,000. He said, go. Never give them for free. Go and build on it. The one with the $3,000 went somewhere and he bought some, let's say, some slippers, and he sold them. And he take out the money, that the $3,000 that he spent, and he used the rest to go back and buy goods. And he built on it. And if he said that slippers was failing, he bought something else. But he worked the $3,000. And he keep working the $3,000. The one with the $2,000 look around and he said, well, maybe I can buy some patties and sell. Or I could, if I go in food, I can't fail. So he trusts his own in food. And he worked that money. The one with the $1,000, he went and he hid it. What this man I give me $1,000 for do? $1,000 can't buy nothing. And didn't even look at it and say, let me buy some regulars. Let me buy some sweet. Let me buy 2 mangoes. He looked at the $1,000 and he hid it. When the good master come and call, I give you $3,000. Step up to the front. We see what you do with your $3,000. And that man, let's say him have that $3,000 over a period of maybe 3 months. He made so much with that 3,000. Master, this is what I mean. The one with the $2,000, he said, this is what I mean. The one with the $1,000, he said, me couldn't find nothing to buy with that for selling. I never know how to do it. So me just put it down, see $1,000 there. The word of God said, he put him out in utter darkness. He still multiplied the 3,000 man and the 2,000 man. You think maybe the sale of what he was doing each day was always cushy? No. You get bad market too. But he decided him to eat it out, him to buy it out into personal things and treat him friends and do. He decided to work that $3,000. And I draw for that analogy to show that many times the person with the ambition, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a teacher, you want to be, but sometimes you don't start out there. You have to start from somewhere else to reach this goal. But what? Your attitude determines your altitude. Your attitude determines your altitude. Where do you want to go? You're aspiring. Mm-hmm. How far? So, if you are in the middle age, you can make it. You can achieve. You can achieve. Things that may not be tangible to say I have a tangible setup, but you can work it. You can make it. And when you're going to ask persons for things, because honestly, if a person asks me for a car, let's say my own child asks me to buy them a car, I am going to ask them how much money you have in. If the car costs $10,000, don't think for one moment. I am going to look up my whole $10,000. Here I can drop in a year and to buy a car. No. You must be able to sit one day and say to your, whether your children, your friend, your soul, and say, this was what I did to achieve. This was all I suffered to achieve. You see, it is so nice when you hear the older persons telling you how they achieve in life. It gives you a drive. I met on this lady, and she said when she was going to buy her first piece of land, she had the money. Her job was boiling coconut oil and sell. And she threw her partner, she do her thing, and she have her money. But she was living in a rent house. And she wanted a piece of land. And she heard of this man selling this piece of land. And she had to walk from one town to the next. So when she looked, the one piece of crepe she have, the bottom ripped off. And she said, I'm not going in this money go take out none for buying her shoes for that. Not even a slippers, not even a push toe. And she said she sit and think. And she get one nice piece of white cloth. And she wrap up her big toe. Tie it up like something do it. And put it on top of the shoe, the crepe. And tie on her foot on it and walk almost 10 miles to go and buy, to pay for the piece of land. And everybody who know her, let's say she's Miss G. Miss G, what happened to your foot? My foot, big toe cut, you know. And everyone, because people know her, what happened to your foot? My God. Then didn't even look at it that she's walking. What they were looking at is our toe. A wrap up on top of the shoes walking. So they don't notice the walk. They notice. Mhm. She bought her piece of land. She able to make her house. She didn't have any children. She adopted one child out of her family, outside of the family. And she adopted two girls from members of her relatives. Yeah. Those three children now inherit that same piece of land. And I never forget the story she told me. Because I used to really just link with older persons. Because I like hear their story. I like reason with them. And it comes in life that I work with the older persons. I went and did a course called gerontology, learning about the older person. Yeah. So to achieve in life, sometimes it's not easy, but you have to have a determination, determining to be what you want to be. If it's even to reach halfway, but be determined. These days, people have said, I have to have $1 million. You can have 1 million. There's no problem with that. No problem. But when you get $1 million, what do you do? Hmm? You go fashion, work the money, and the money will work for you later. Work for that money, and the money will work for you later. Many people today, their life was not easy to make it. So you see the avalanche in life. They did not just come up. Some come from very poor, humble background. Some are cane cutter. Some work in the field, weed grass, in order to bring up their children. And the child with the ambition make their parents proud. Use your ambition to elevate your life. Mhm. Use the ambition to achieve what you want. Not a ambition, not ambition and a bag of talk. No, you won't aspire that way. You won't move up the ladder that way. You have to put your brains there. You have to grab your paper and pencil, and you have to work things out. How you're going to do this, when you're going to do it. And if help come in your life, grab the help, make good use of it. There was this young lady that I come in contact with, and she was a dropout from an high school, and she's there until two children come, two boys. When I know her, the last child she had wasn't even going to school. It was about like he was about 4 or 5, between 3 and 4, something thereabout. And her behavior was so disgusting. She joined the wrong crowd on the road and she just go on and she just go on. She just don't care. And I looked at this bright, sparkling girl. When you're just when it come to good reasoning, she can hold her reasoning. She hold her reasoning good. And I said, but no, this girl. mm. One day I was talking to her, and she said, a tree man, me have gonna one work a bakery, one do fishing, one do farming. And I look at her. She said, yeah man, I want a bread when I have a bite. You bring the bread come. The one with the farming come in with the farm food. And the one with the fish, of course. So the food ever have fish on it. As in coming with fish. Mhm. And that thing resonated with me. And I keep asking her the question. I said to her, what would you like to do? She said, I can't live this way. You have two boy children. And I asked her if she would go to Heart. And she said yes. And I went to the art office and I picked up two forms. I bring them to her as I pull them out. And she filled out the forms. But before she filled out the form, she went to her friends, who she thought were friends, saying to them that, ask her if